Hello everyone, you are welcome to my channel. My name is Andrew Akpose. In this video I want to show you how to edit a PSD file using your smartphone. Now this is the PSD file I want to edit. This is like a follow-up from my previous video where I showed you how to unzip a file. I've unzipped the file and I have changed the name. I've renamed the document to FIVE so that it will be easy for me to locate when I go to the Photopea app. Now I'll go to the Photopea app, which we are going to be using to edit our PSD document using our mobile phone. Just type in photopea.com. It's going to bring out this interface you are seeing on my screen. Now when you do that, before you start, if you want to mock up a file, for example, what we want to mock up now is a cover page of a book. It's a book cover we want to edit, we want to mock up. Now the first thing, before I start designing my book cover, I have to know the dimension of that mock up. I have to know the dimension I will use for my book cover design, so that when I want to upload it to Photopea to mock up, it will be very easy for me. So I'll come to the open, click on open from computer, click on files. Now you see my document FIVE. Easily I can locate it because I've renamed it so that it will not be difficult for me to locate. So I'll click on FIVE. Once you click on the document, it's going to upload like this. This is the book cover mockup I want to edit. So I want to know the dimension I want to use for my design. So go to file. When you go to file, scroll down to file info. You see file info, click on file info. Now the file info is telling us that the front cover page, which I just showed you just now, is 3000 by 2000. So if I'm going to be designing a book cover, I must use this dimension so that it won't give me any issue when I want to mock my design up. So if I want to take this away from my screen, I'm going to tilt my phone. Turn your phone sideways like this. So when you do that, you can now click exit. So I'll turn it back, then I'll go back to my main view. Now the next thing I want you to be familiar with is the layers. We have layers. So before you can edit a document, you have to go to layers. So I'll go to layers. This is what I clicked. This is layers. You have to be familiar with it because this is what we are going to be used most often when we want to edit a Photoshop document. Go to layers. Now layers, if you see layers here, we have cover. We have just the front cover that we want to edit. So what we need now is to edit the front cover. So I'll use one book cover as an example, but it's not exactly the same size. So you will see what I was talking about when I said you have to understand, you have to determine what appropriate dimension to use before you start designing, if you know you want to use a mock-up, a particular mock-up. So I'll go to I want to place my I want to open the cover. Come to cover, double click. So I've double clicked it. Now it has shown me let me go back. Let me click on layer back. If you click on layer back, it's going to show you what you have show you the front cover. This is the front cover that I want to edit. Now I will place my design on this place. So go to layers again. I want to go back to layers. Let me delete one of them. This is delete down. If you wash down of your page, after opening layers, you have something that looks like buckets. The first cover, what you are seeing cover, is we don't really need it. So let me click on delete. So it will be left with just this layer. So if you click on that eye icon, it's going to take away that layer, and what you are going to be seeing, let me click on layer back. What you are going to be seeing is a transparent background where you have to place your design. So for example, let me say I want to use any front cover page that I've designed. Go to files. When you go to file, click on open and place. Open and place files. So I have to locate where I have my front page cover downloaded already that I've designed. So let me just use any front cover like the ones I have before on my phone, which is not exactly the same size. Okay, let me use this. So I'll click on this. It's going to load my front cover. Now you can see that it's not the same size. That is why it has not covered the whole area I want to cover. So I can easily adjust. But if you use the same page dimension, you won't have to adjust anything. That is why I emphasize on knowing the page dimension you want to use before you start designing. So I have adjusted now. After adjusting, if you are using the exact dimension, you won't need any adjustment. You just go straight to file. So I've finished adjusting. I'll go to file. After going to file, click on save smart object. Click on save smart object. Smart object updated. So that is done. I've saved this front cover. So I'll now go back to click on that first layer, not layer 1. Click on 5, the original document. So look at what I clicked. This is what I clicked. So that is the first document. It's going to show you exactly how the front page, how the mockup is going to be. Now I'll finish editing my mockup. So but I want to do some other. I want to remove the background. If I want to download this as being as transparent, all what I just need is just the book mockup and the shadow. I don't want this white background to come out when I want to download it. You can come to layers also too. You will see shadow, you will see book, you will see background. Come to background. If you want to remove the background, come to background, then click on that eye icon. When you click on it, it's going to take away the background. So it has not fully take away the background. Go to layer once again, studio backdrop. Click on that also too, studio backdrop. I've clicked on it. As you can see, it has removed the background. You cannot download your file this way, or you can choose to download it with any background that the mockup comes up with. So let's assume we have finished editing our file. We want to download. Come to file, click on file. You go to export as, click on export as. When you click on export as, you have PNG, you have a JPEG. So you can download with any format. So let me just click on PNG, export as PNG, export as PNG. Then I'll just click on save, click on save. So our file is downloaded already. As you can see, it has been downloaded. So because of my phone settings, you won't you will still be seeing something like white. But let's see what we have downloaded. As you can see, I didn't download it with the background. So this is how the mockup came out, with a shadow and the front page without a background, because I hid the background and the studio backdrop. So that is just the basic way, the simple way of editing PSD document, PSD file using the Photopea app on your phone. So we'll be seeing more. We will be editing more of PSD documents as we start doing more designs. You get to understand and be familiar with the Photopea app. Now here is another book cover mockup that I have uploaded to photopea.com. Now if I want to use this to mock up my book cover, this particular mockup has the front, back cover, and also the spine of the book. So I have to know the dimension of each book cover. The front cover and the back cover will be the same dimension, while the spine will be of a different dimension. So I have to know the dimension. To do that, come to layers, click on layers. Click on layers. This is layer that I'm clicking. So click on layers. Then you have the front cover, then the back cover, and also the spine. So this is the front. The first one is the front cover. The second one is the spine. So let me click on the first one and double click. When you double click, it's going to open the file. It's going to open the particular file you want to place a design on. So let me click on layer back. to see what I have selected. You can see it has opened the first layer, which is the front cover. So come to files. When you go to files, you go to file info, click on file info. Then it will show you the page dimension. As you can see, this is the page dimension of what the page dimension for the front and back cover, which is 1315 by 1826 pixel. So you do that when you want to design. If I want to go back, I have to exit this window that I'm seeing. So let me tilt my phone. So let me go to my phone settings and turn off lock. Let me unlock the orientation. So I'll tilt my phone now, then click on that X icon to exit that. So I'll go to, that is the front cover page dimension that I've just checked. So I'll go to layers also again, click on layers. Okay, let me go back to the original mockup. So click on the first slide there where you have the original mockup. Go to layers also again, go to layers, then select the second layers. You have spine, your design here, spine. So double click. So it has brought out the spine page where you are going to upload your spine. So I want to check the dimension. That is the essence of me doing all this. So I'll go to file, go to file info. So this is the dimension of the spine. So before I start designing, this is what I need to do because of the mockup I want to use. So every mockup has a particular dimension. Be sure of the dimension you want to use before you do any mockup, either book cover mockup or whatsoever mockup you want to mockup file you want to use. Ensure you know the dimension before you start designing, so that it will be easy for you to place your design on the mockup when you finish designing. So that is that on how to check the dimension of the mockup you want to use before you start designing.